Details of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time.
6-yard line.
And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off.
The running back.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
2nd and 6. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
2nd and 11. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try.
On for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score Browns 3, Steelers 0.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture of the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Pittsburgh.
He'll look to throw.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Tyus Bowser, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
20-yard line.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go and get this thing done. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using a short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Baker Mayfield, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Down, he'll drop to throw it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. And it's
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3. Steelers nothing.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff looking right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
For a Cleveland Browns. 1st and goal at the 4.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes.
5-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. The open man here, Renfro. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
At the 32-yard.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Cleveland Browns.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
44-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. And he's got it. Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Buccaneers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Kenneth Murray. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tough. For 3rd and long coming up.